Okay, so let's unpack this. Today we are doing a deep dive into some pretty high-end AV gear. We're looking at the WolfPack 1080p 4x12 modular HDMI Matrix Switcher.
Yep.
And our mission really is to cut through the jargon and figure out why a piece of hardware like this is, well, so essential for these big, complex video setups.
Well, what's so fascinating here is that a modular matrix switcher isn't just a simple splitter. It's more like a central traffic controller for all your video.
A traffic controller.
Okay.
I like that. So in this specific 4x12 setup, it means you can take any of your 4 inputs and send them to any or even all of the 12 outputs.
Exactly. And the chassis itself, it's built to grow. It can handle up to 16 inputs and 16 outputs if you need it to. But with modern gear, it's all about compliance.
Right. It has to play nice with everything you plug into it.
It has to. So this supports HDMI 2.0, and this is the big one, HDCP 2.3. That level of compliance is absolutely mandatory for, say, the newest DirecTV boxes, Fire Sticks, Apple TVs.
So you don't get those frustrating black screens or error messages.
You got it. It just works.
Okay, so let's talk performance, because this is where it gets interesting. The specs mention fast 80 meters switching and latency. Now, 80 milliseconds.
Yeah.
That's 0.08 seconds. It sounds fast, but what does that actually look like?
It looks like nothing, and that's the point. It's virtually instantaneous. When you switch from one source to another, there's no visible flicker, no black screen. All the TVs stay perfectly in sync. That's what creates that professional, really high-end experience.
And the modular design, I think, is a huge part of its reliability. It uses these hot pluggable 4-port cards. So hot pluggable just means you can pull a card out and put a new one in without powering the whole system down, right?
That's exactly it. Zero downtime for maintenance. If, say, one input card fails, you just swap that single card.
And the other 11 outputs are totally unaffected.
Totally unaffected. The rest of the system just keeps on running. It really simplifies maintenance, and it minimizes risk in a big way.
So the hardware is resilient. But what about the displays themselves? You might have a mix of 1080p screens and maybe some older 720p ones.
Yeah, that's where the built-in scaling comes in. Resolution scaling is on all the output cards.
And what's interesting is how you control it. It's all done with these little 8-pin DIP switches right on the cards. It feels a bit old school.
A little, but it's for reliability. By setting the resolution with the physical switch, you're guaranteeing that signal is correct right at the source without any software layers that could fail. It's rock solid.
Okay, but then you have this other feature that feels like the real game changer. It's not just switching signals. It has free internal video wall processing built right in.
And this just opens up a whole new world of applications. You can use a tablet or a PC with a simple drag-and-drop interface to create, say, a 2x2 or a 3x3 video wall.
Wow. And you can rotate individual TVs.
Any TV can be rotated. Imagine setting up a command center or a big display in a sports bar. An employee could redesign the entire screen layout in like 30 seconds from an iPad.
And buried in the details is more flexibility with audio. Separate 3.5 millimeter audio bands.
That lets you de-embed the audio, so you can send the clean video signal to the display, but route the audio to a completely separate high-end sound system. It gives you a lot of control.
Which brings us to the control ecosystem itself, which is massive. You have everything from an IR remote to apps for an iPad, all the way up to dual RS-232 and TCP/IP control for complex automation.
They've covered all the bases. You can save and recall up to 40 preset scenes, too. So you hit one button and an entire room's AV configuration just instantly changes.
So if we boil this all down, the big takeaways here are, 1, this extreme flexibility from the modular, hot pluggable design, and 2, the super fast compliant switching that's paired with really powerful built-in features like that video wall processor.
Absolutely. It's an investment in infrastructure. And, the sources mention optional cards, too, for things like SDI, fiber, even CI6. That ability to swap in different physical connection types is the ultimate future-proofing.
So that brings up a final thought.
Yeah. Given that this chassis supports customizing the backplane, and you can slot in these different types of cards, what kind of new or complex AV challenge does that adaptability let you solve 5 years from now without having to rip out and replace your expensive core hardware?